Hello students, in this video I will discuss with you electrical conductivity in solids and magnetic properties of solids. Conductivity in metals is due to flow of electrons, whereas ionic solids show conductivity due to flow of ions. Let us understand the mechanism of conductivity in metals, which is due to flow of electrons. This mechanism can be explained with the help of band theory. According to this theory, all filled atomic orbitals combine with each other and make a band. Okay? All filled orbitals, जितने भी orbitals में electrons हैं, all these orbitals combine with each other irrespective of their energy and make a band. This is called as valence band. Okay? And all unoccupied orbitals also combine with each other irrespective of their energy, and they also make a band, and this band is called as conduction band. Now, electronic transition between this valence band and conduction band decides whether compound conduct electricity or not. Now let us look at diagram A. This is diagram for a particular metal, and metals are good conductors of electricity. This band theory suggested that in metals, boundary of valence band and conduction band overlap with each other. Okay, so in this way electrons can easily transfer from valence band to conduction band. Easy transfer means flow of electron is more, and in this way metals are good conductors of electricity, or they show their conductivity. Oppositely, look at diagram C. The compounds in which energy gap between valence band and conduction band is very large, so that electrons cannot transfer or transit from valence band to conduction band. This is not possible. That means electron flow is not possible. So such type of compounds are called as insulators, and their conductivity ranges from 10 to the power minus 20 to 10 to the power minus 10 ohm inverse meter inverse. Conductivity of conductors ranges from 10 to the power 4 to 10 to the power 7 ohm inverse meter inverse. Some compounds have energy difference between valence band and conduction band in between conductors and insulators. So under normal conditions, electronic transition is not possible between valence band and conduction band, but under some special conditions electronic transition can take place, and such type of compounds are called as semiconductors. This transition can take place at higher temperature or by using some impurities. Their conductivity ranges from 10 to the power minus 6 to 10 to the power 4 ohm inverse meter inverse. Let us understand, or let us discuss in detail conductivity in semiconductors. Semiconductors जैसा अभी कहा, ये वो कंपाउंड्स होते हैं जिनमें नॉर्मल कंडीशंस में कंडक्टिविटी विजिबल नहीं होती, लेकिन स्पेशल कंडीशंस प्रोवाइड करने पर ये कंडक्टिविटी शो करते हैं. सेमी कंडक्टर्स का बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल है जर्मेनियम एंड सिलिकॉन. ओके, सो वील डिस्कस बाय टेकिंग दीज टू एग्जाम्पल्स ओनली. Germanium and silicon, they have 4 electrons in their outermost shell, and in their crystal they are in sp3 hybridized state, and they have 4 covalent bonds just like diamond. So they do not have any free electrons, and hence they do not show any type of electrical conductivity. Okay. Now energy gap between valence band and conduction band in germanium is 68 kilojoule per mole, whereas in silicon it is 106 kilojoule mole. Okay. Now let us see how these semiconductors can show conductivity. Semiconductors further are of two types, or they can show conductivity by two ways. First type of semiconductors are pure semiconductors, means in their pure state they can show conductivity, and second type is impure और डोपिंग सेमीकंडक्टर्स. जैसा भी मैंने थोड़ी देर पहले कहा था, इम्प्योरिटी अगर हम इनमें मिला देते हैं तो वो इनकी कंडक्टिविटी के लिए रेस्पॉन्सिबल हो जाता है. प्योर सेमीकंडक्टर्स, how they show conductivity in their pure form? At higher temperature, some of the covalent bonds are broken down, and due to breaking of these bonds, holes are created. At this place, one hole is created and electrons get free from here. Holes are considered as the positive centers. Electrons are negatively charged. So holes and electrons, they move, they migrate in opposite direction when electrical field is applied, when electrical potential is applied, and in this way they can show conductivity. लेकिन इस तरह की कंडक्टिविटी बहुत कम होती है क्योंकि कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड का ब्रेक होना बहुत ईजी नहीं होता. सेमीकंडक्टर्स इम्प्योरिटी या डोपिंग से बहुत अच्छी कंडक्टिविटी शो करते हैं, एंड इट इज़ द एप्लीकेशन ऑफ दीज मटीरियल्स बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ किया जाता है. लेट अस डिस्कस मैकेनिज्म ऑफ दिस कंडक्टिविटी. अगेन दिस कंडक्टिविटी कैन बी क्रिएटेड by two ways, either by adding electron rich impurities in germanium and silicon or by adding electron rich impurities in these two. Let us first discuss mechanism of conductivity by adding electron rich impurities in germanium and silicon. As germanium and silicon belongs to group 14, so they have 4 valence electron in their outermost shell. When these metals, germanium or silicon, is doped with or mixed with group 15 elements such as arsenic or phosphorus, then arsenic or phosphorus, as they are having 5 valence electrons in their outermost shell, they make 4 covalent bonds with nearby atoms. Suppose we dope silicon with arsenic, then arsenic can make 4 bonds with 4 silicon atoms around it, 1, 2, 3 एंड फोर्थ साइड 1. यहाँ पर एक सिलिकन होगा तो यहाँ पर एक बॉन्ड बना लेगा. ओके, बट इट्स फिफ्थ इलेक्ट्रॉन रिमेन्स फ्री, एंड दिस फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन इज रेस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर इट्स इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिविटी. इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्रॉम द नियर बाय बॉन्ड, और वी कैन से दिस इलेक्ट्रॉन कैन मूव हेयर. जैसे ही इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पर मूव करेगा तो यहाँ से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन आगे मूव कर जाएगा, ये इलेक्ट्रॉन आगे जाएगा तो फर्दर एक और इलेक्ट्रॉन आगे मूव कर जाएगा, और इन दिस वे इलेक्ट्रॉन, फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन कैन मूव इन द क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड एंड दिस गिव्स कंडक्टिविटी. ओके, तो इलेक्ट्रॉन एक डायरेक्शन में जाएगा, होल्स एक डायरेक्शन में जाएंगे, जहाँ से इलेक्ट्रॉन माइग्रेट करेगा वहाँ पर होल क्रिएट होगा, एंड इन दिस वे दिस शो कंडक्टिविटी. सेकेंड इज इलेक्ट्रॉन डेफिशिएंट impurities. If group 14 element germanium or silicon is doped with group 13 element indium, okay, so indium has 3 electron in its valence shell. So indium make 3 bonds with 3 nearby silicon atoms, 1, 2, 3. फोर्थ साइड ये बॉन्ड नहीं बना पाएगा, so there is a hole at the place of fourth covalent bond. From the nearby bond, electron can occupy this position, this hole. As soon as this electron occupy this hole, another hole is created this side. यहाँ से फिर इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ माइग्रेट करेगा, तो अगेन अ होल इज क्रिएटेड हेयर, एंड इन दिस वे electrons move in one direction and holes move in another direction. Again, this gives conductivity to this solid. This type of conductivity is called as p-type conductivity, and these crystals are called as, or these semiconductors are called as p-type semiconductors. p means positive, क्योंकि यहाँ पर पॉजिटिव होल क्रिएट हुआ था, सो इट इज कॉल्ड एज p type semiconductor. And this type of crystals or this type of semiconductors which show conductivity by electron rich impurities are called as n type semiconductors. n stands for negative, एक्स्ट्रा इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पर था इसलिए कंडक्टिविटी यहाँ पर अराइज हुई, सो दीज आर कॉल्ड एज n type semiconductors. So this is all about conductivity in crystals. Next we'll discuss magnetic properties in solids. The magnetic properties of materials are due to the magnetic moment associated with individual electrons. Also, we know that electrons revolve around nucleus in circular path and also spin on its own axis. So, in this way, each electron acts as a tiny magnet and a magnetic moment is associated with it. So, in this way, these electrons give magnetic properties to compounds or materials. Broadly, magnetic properties are classified into 5 categories: paramagnetism, diamagnetism, ferromagnetism, antiferromagnetism, and ferrimagnetism. Let us discuss first paramagnetism. These substances have permanent magnetic dipoles and are attracted by magnetic fields. These show magnetic property in presence of magnetic field but cannot show in absence of magnetic field. These substances consist at least one or more unpaired electrons. That means paramagnetism is associated with unpaired electrons. Next is diamagnetism. Some substances which are weakly repelled by the magnetic field are called as diamagnetic substances, and magnetism associated with these is called as diamagnetism. Diamagnetic substances have paired electrons, means all electrons are spin paired, and hence this arises when all the electrons in orbitals are spin paired, and pairing of electron cancels their magnetic moments and they lose their magnetic character. So diamagnetism arises by pairing of electron. Next is ferromagnetism. Some substances which are strongly attracted by magnetic field and show permanent magnetism even when the magnetic field is removed, these are called as ferromagnetic substances, and magnetism associated with these substances is called as ferromagnetism. Let us discuss its mechanism. In solid state, the metal ions of ferromagnetic substances are called domains. In an unmagnetized piece of material, these domains are not aligned, these are randomly oriented. So in this way, magnetic moment get cancelled by each other, but when these kept in magnetic field, these domains are aligned with each other and also aligned with direction of magnetic field. This can let us understand with the help of example of a polar molecule. Suppose these three are polar molecules, and as shown in the diagram, their positive and negative charges are not aligned, or we can say that these are randomly oriented. Just like that, in unmagnetized piece of ferromagnetic material, these domains are not aligned, but when we keep them in a magnetic field, these domains are aligned with the direction of magnetic field as shown in this diagram, and hence these act as permanent magnet. Next is antiferromagnetism. If the alignment of magnetic moment of domains is opposite to each other, then this gives net zero magnetic moment. These materials have domains like ferromagnetic substances, but the alignment of magnetic moment of domains is in opposite direction, so as to give net zero magnetic moment, as magnetic moment of each domain is cancelled by other one. Last one is ferrimagnetism. When the magnetic moment of domains are aligned in parallel and anti-parallel randomly, and the net magnetic moment does not goes to zero, then this magnetism is called as ferrimagnetism. This can be shown by this diagram. Okay. So magnetic moment of every domain is not cancelled by other one. Okay. So in this way, they are associated with some magnetic moment, but when we heat them, these substances loses their magnetic property and behaves like diamagnetic substances. So this is all about magnetic properties in solids. Thank you.